Chapter 109. Alternative Resurrection Point. As long as he doesn't abandon me, I don't mind being one of his many beauties. Liu Wuxia quickly got over it and smiled. Other than the fact that it was normal for the powerhouses of this world to have many Dao companions, it was also because Song Shi had once revealed his thoughts of having 3 wives and 4 concubines to her. It's best that you can accept that. After all, the relationship between a man and a woman is not what you should focus on the path of cultivation. Becoming an immortal should be your ultimate goal. Elder Yuan looked impressed. Let me put out the fire, so that we don't burn everything around us. Liu Wuxia did not answer. Instead, she walked to the side and formed a seal to cast a spell. A layer of frost descended and controlled the spreading flames. After extinguishing the surrounding flames, the 4 of them sat on the ground at the 4 corners and contained the space Song Shi was sitting at. In the distant void, the white-robed Confucian scholar took charge of the gathering place of the Dragon Vein, leading all the official cultivators. His gaze crossed more than 10 kilometers and landed on where Song Shi was ascending to the Foundation Establishment realm. Has really young and exuberant. Silken City has produced a good talent. He could tell Song Shi's situation at a glance. He had cultivated a Dharma body even before reaching the Foundation Establishment realm. His cultivation technique is not simple either. Who is this person, sir? I just investigated. This person is a rich son from this city, has related to the Yao Moon Palace and has also become a temporary worker of the Demon Slayers division. The cultivator in the official uniform beside him replied respectfully. Let's try our best to make acquaintance with him. Although this person can't be considered a heavenly prodigy, has still a first-rate genius. It's best if we can recruit him. Yes, my lord. As the white-robed scholar had taken special notice of Song Shi, no one dared to disturb Song Shi's breakthrough. However, breaking through a major realm was not something that could be completed in a short period of time. It took Song Shi half a day to convert all his true energy into essence energy. His true energy, which was about to make him explode, had shrunk by half compared to the beginning. His Danshan and the other 7 acupuncture points had opened up a lot of space for storage after his breakthrough. At this moment, there was only a ball of essence energy being stored. It looked empty. This was a normal phenomenon after a breakthrough. If Song Shi did not have the true energy replenishment rewarded by the system, the amount of essence energy he had would have been even lesser. Next, as long as he absorbed the spiritual chi of heaven and earth or used pills, spirit stones and others, he could quickly recover to his original state and approach the next realm. In other words, he had successfully broken through. Ding, congratulations on breaking through a major realm. Reward: 1 alternate resurrection point. When Song Shi finished converting the last trace of true energy, the system reward that appeared in his ears made his eyes light up. He did not expect the system to give him a resurrection point when he advanced by a major realm. Before he could take a look at the situation about the resurrection point, another system notification sounded in his ears. The carrier has undergone a huge change. The novice period has ended. System upgrade is in progress. Upgrade successful. Song Shi was speechless. He did not expect that after he leveled up, the system would also level up. He did not know what had changed. Ding. Due to the fact that the host soul is strong enough, the system's death reward has been upgraded. It will be divided into 2 death states, death and soul destruction. If you die, you can obtain the basic reward. The soul destruction reward will be double the basic reward. If both happens at the same time, rewards will be doubled again. Ting. Part of the lottery draw has been updated. Please take a note. Song Shi was very happy with the changes in the system. He was already strong enough now. Coupled with the fact that he cultivated the Grand Moon visualization method, his soul was far stronger than those of the same realm. When he died, his soul could still exist for a period of time. If he was willing and others did not destroy his soul, he could choose to turn into an evil spirit. Under such circumstances, he wouldn't even know that he wasn't really dead. The system also clarified this fact and directly distinguished the 2 states of death and soul annihilation. He checked the specific requirements. If his soul was destroyed within 3 seconds of his death, he would be considered to have lost his soul. These 3 seconds were the time he had been resurrected previously. In the future, his soul would last for another 3 seconds after his death. These 3 seconds were very short, but to a powerhouse, 3 seconds is about the same as 30 seconds to normal people. After becoming an immortal or god in the future, 3 seconds to him could even be equivalent to a mortal's life. I leveled up very well, now my death will be more layered and thorough. Song Shi thought to himself. When he was still a mortal, he was extremely weak and would die easily if his body was destroyed. Now that he had become a foundation establishment cultivator, he would only truly die if his soul dissipated. He opened the system interface and continued to check the other changes. Race: human. Spirit: 808 840 seconds. Physique: 1120 1180s. Comprehension: 1812. Energy: 9 Yan Essence Energy 386 2100s. Freedom Attribute Points: 0. Lottery Chance: 1. Talent: Supreme Grade Fire Spirit Root, Supreme Grade Gold Spirit Root, Spiritual Tao Body, High Grade Vajra Dharma Body. Ability: 9 Yan Divine Technique 3rd Level, Grand Moon Visualization Method Beginner, Breeze Sword Control Technique Beginner, Array Formation Beginner 24, Yin Yan Secret Technique Great Mastery, Dragon Elephant Technique Great Mastery, Unfettered Hand Perfection, Phantom Image Step Perfection. Overall Evaluation: you are at the early stage foundation establishment realm. Your true strength is comparable to late stage foundation establishment realm. Forget about the change in ability ranking. Why did the number decrease by so much? At first glance, Song Shi noticed the changes in the ability column. Then, he realized that the system had automatically ranked the value of various ability for him. As for the decrease in numbers, it was because a portion of the low-level skills that he had possessed had now hidden themselves. Moreover, even if the techniques that were hidden by the system was cultivated to perfection, there would be no more lucky draw rewards. After this update, if he wanted to rely on perfecting cultivation techniques and skills to obtain a lucky draw opportunity, he could only resort to the techniques that exceeded the corresponding level of his realm. According to the system's feedback, he inferred that he had to cultivate at least high-level spells or 3rd-grade divine towers to be rewarded. It was the same for cultivation techniques and secret techniques. Low-level spells and divine powers could no longer be farmed for rewards. Some of the data has also become real-time in nature. There's also an additional comprehensive evaluation. Only then did Song Shi look at the resurrection point. As expected, he could set up an additional resurrection point, which was equivalent to a backup option. He did not have to set it up at the last minute every time. In that case, if I encounter some special dangers, as long as I want to leave, I can escape by choosing a backup resurrection point. This perfectly resolves all my previous worries. When he saw this, his heart bloomed with joy. Previously, he was worried that someone would discover the secret of his resurrection. Now that there was an additional resurrection point, what was there to be afraid of? As long as he could avoid being sealed and become unable to commit suicide, he could do whatever he wanted. With a backup resurrection point, he looked at his free stats. Without any hesitation, he added them all to his comprehension, increasing it by more than 6 times in one go. This increase would only increase the speed of his cultivation technique and divine tower. It would not directly increase his strength. Ding, your comprehension has exceeded 1000. You have awakened the psychic Tao body. Song Shi's temperament changed a lot after this increase. Even when he sat there doing nothing, he gave off a unique spiritual temperament that could only be described as untainted by anything. The nearby spiritual chi of heaven and earth even gathered just by his thoughts. A ball of gold and will-o-wisp emitted from his head, making him look like a god that had descended. Coincidentally, Song Shi's hair and clothes had been burned away. Under the envelopment of the halo, his entire body was golden like a Buddha.